But then on the last day, or I think it was day 8 and day 9, when you watch the live stream, so many countries removed their flags. And that was so nice. They did it to stand in solidarity with athletes in Taiwan, Taiwanese athletes. So I think I almost cried because that's like, it's weird when politics touches your, like you expect it in other sports, but freediving is such a small sport. It shouldn't touch that. It should be a safe space.
In today's video, I meet up with my friend Kristina to talk about the recent controversy where a Taiwanese diver was prohibited to use her flag at a competition. As a response, divers from 10 countries removed their flag in support with Taiwan. Even the Taiwanese president officially thanked them. Since Kristina lives in Xiaoluqiu, we of course also went diving with some turtles. Let's get started. Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. So I am here today with Kristina in Xiaoluqiu. So how come you ended up here?
For love, of course.
Yeah.
My partner was living in Xiaoluqiu.
Okay.
And I didn't even Google the place before I came. I just said, I want to be near you. And I came here and I was pleasantly surprised.
What do you think is like the biggest benefits of living in Xiaoluqiu?
Oh, island life. Island life. I've lived in islands for most of my adult life and everything. So here we have the beach everywhere. So wherever, like depending on where you live, the beach is always 10 minutes away. I really like that it's small. Everything's 10 or 15 minutes away. So it's quite convenient. I like the food. I'm a very simple girl, so I eat the same stuff like quite often. And even when I'm traveling outside, like in Kaohsiung, I'm like, man, I really miss the Hongdou being in Xiaoluqiu. So I'm a writer, so because I do that, I can go to any cafe, restaurant here, and most of the time I have a nice view. And it's really cheap. Like rent is really cheap. You can find a room for like 5,000 or 6,000 NT. Yeah. Food, coffee, anything. It's good on a budget. So because you say you like the food here, so is it like a lot about seafood because it's an island, or is it just like the local places that you like to go to? Let me tell you, if you like sushi, in Donggang, there's the fish market near there. Yeah. The sushi there, it's a little bit expensive for me, but it is so fresh. Like sometimes you can see the fish still, you know, there's still fish breathing when you eat it, but it's amazing. Okay. On the island, like I'm kind of ashamed to say it, but like some of my favorite foods here, we have really great chimihua. Yeah. I like Hongdou bing, like I said. There's a lot of food that I like. Oh, sometimes the stir fry, the barbecue, our hot pot. Yeah. Everything's really nice. Yeah, it's sometimes people from big city, they might not think that it's a lot of variety or anything, but once you find the spots, then they're your spots. Mm-hmm. Did you notice any like big cultural differences of coming here? So many, so many. Because in all the places and islands that I lived at, there was a really big expat community. Yeah. So because of that, you can really stay in the bubble. You can hang out with other, like free divers, for example. I'm also a free diver, and you can hang out with them if you need to go to the store, get anything done. It's really easy to, because you can just speak English. Yeah, sure. But people here, I think that this is the best place where, if you're an animal, a stray animal, the way people will just give food to them and everything. I love Taiwan for the way they treat animals. Oh. Is there like an expat community in Xiaoluqiu? As I say, I've seen like 2 foreigners here. I saw one in 7-Eleven, and yesterday when I was out in the ocean, there came a German guy. He was just out swimming by himself, like far off the shore. And this is like all of the foreigners I've seen here. So we have, from my last count, we have 5 foreigners, including me. Okay. Yes. So it's a very small community. Sometimes we try and meet up. Yeah. But it's just us. I'm the only Caucasian foreigner here, so I think everyone knows me. And I know also recently you went back to the US, right? Yes. So how was it to go back? Like what was like super nice about going back? And what was maybe not so nice? Really nice. We have the best fast food. Yeah. Like, let's be honest, there's a reason our population is a little bit larger than people in Taiwan. It's because I ate all the fast food I wanted. And also about the fast food, like I was diving with another dive shop here in Xiaoluqiu, and one of them went to Kaohsiung to get McDonald's for everyone. And they were so happy, like, you know, they haven't eaten for 6 months McDonald's maybe, and it was like, oh wow, it's McDonald's, Jonas, you want to eat this? And I'm like, I live next to McDonald's in Taipei, like I don't need to. Probably in Taipei, maybe you have better experience with this, but like when you go to certain places, you don't have to speak that much Mandarin because they speak English quite well.
Yeah, sure.
But here, a lot of times, I have to take my partner with me to go, and I feel like a helpless child sometimes. I'm getting better, but it's a slow process. But in the U.S., like, I could call anybody, I can arrange appointments, I can do anything. So it gave me back my confidence a little bit.
Another reason you came here is because freediving, right?
Yes.
What is some of the benefits of freediving here and some of like the struggles?
First of all, compared to other places in Taiwan, you can get in quite safely in the water. It's shore dives. Depending on, so the weather doesn't have that much of an effect here. So if the wind is going one way, you go on one side of the island.
Yeah.
If the wind is going the other way, you go on the other side. So most of the time, you can dive. We also get up to like 30, 35 meters. So this is good for people taking courses and everything, beginner, intermediate divers.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, we also have a bunch of turtles.
Yeah, I was thinking like you live here so long time now that you're even like not thinking about the turtles anymore.
And the water's really good. I like it's really warm. It gets like 30, almost 31 in the summer. Yeah, so I like it here.
Actually, I know that you write an article about IDA. So this is the big international organization for freediving, and there was some controversy recently because in some places Taiwan is not recognized as a country.
Yes.
So can you tell me a little bit about this?
Yes. So last year, IDA held its yearly World Depth Championship.
Yeah.
And during the World Depth Championship, they always have it's a live stream on YouTube, and they'll always have the athlete's name, the country acronym, and then the flag.
Yeah.
So Taiwan had the name, TWN, and then the ROC flag.
Yeah, sure.
For 6 days, it stayed like that. It was good. And then, or 5 days, and then on the 6th day, magically, Ho Yiming was diving, and in the middle of her dive, it said her name, Ho Yiming, and then it said TW, and then instead of a flag, it was a broken image icon.
Oh.
And of course, me and my partner were pretty like, what the hell happened? I guess later that night, the athletes were spoken to by the organizers, and they said, because first you have to know that China doesn't use YouTube, of course.
Yeah.
So they had a separate live stream. And I guess this separate live stream was interrupted by the Chinese firewall. They saw that the ROC flag was there, and they interrupted the live stream. And the organizers gave athletes the choice. Hey, do you want to dive with the Chinese Taipei TPE and the IOC flag, or do you want to just have a broken image icon or a blank space? And of course, the athletes chose blank space.
Yeah.
And then after that, it stayed that way. But then on the last day, or I think it was day 8 and day 9, when you watch the live stream, so many countries removed their flags. And that was so nice. They did it to stand in solidarity with athletes in Taiwan, Taiwanese athletes. So that was really nice. It was recognized also by Tsai Ing-wen. And,
so she also made a post, right, to thank all the countries for standing in solidarity with Taiwan, basically.
Yeah, I think I almost cried because that's like, it's weird when politics touches like you expect it in other sports, but freediving is such a small sport. It shouldn't touch that. It should be a safe space.
So how is the situation now? Like, for example, is IDA Taiwan is still an official member of the IDA, or?
No.
Okay.
This is a little bit hard to explain, but there's like, you can be an IDA member, like a full member, or you can be an observer. And IDA Taiwan, that's the funny part, is that IDA Taiwan was a full member, and then magically during these disciplinary committee proceedings, they said, oh, it turns out that you are not a member, and they downgraded to observer state the place. So
and I know also because of course there's also a big thing in Europe, and this is the situation between Russia and Ukraine, and I think in this situation they did a vote, right, if they should allow Russian and Belarusian divers to compete. I don't think we need to go into depth by that, but I wonder, was there also like a vote for the Taiwanese if they should exclude it, or?
No, that's what was funny, is that they made it fully transparent.
Yeah.
They put it on Facebook. They asked people to vote.
Yeah.
And they did. And then their outcome was recognized. And then everything with Taiwan was done.
So now you talk about the Russian
Belarusian athletes. Yeah. And then after that, Russian and Belarusian athletes, they found they came to a consensus, and that vote was recognized. And again, it was a public vote.
Yeah.
However, for Taiwan, everything is done in closed back channels. Nobody knows really what's going on. Nobody's talking about it. And it's just, I don't know. I'm confused on why. Of course, the two situations, they're not so similar, but they are a little bit similar. It's something that would affect the freedivers.
Yeah.
So why not? Why not deal with them in the same way? Why is it so secret with Taiwan and then public with Russia, Ukraine, Belarus?
This is a kind of a recent controversy. What do you think is going to happen now in the future? Like, what do you think this will lead to?
I'm not sure what IDA International will choose to do, but I do know that Vertical Blue, it's a private, really popular freediving competition held every year. William Trubridge, the organizer of it, he decided to create, or he and other people helped to create a one ocean flag. It's a very simple flag, and athletes could choose to dive under it. And that way everyone can dive under the one ocean flag because we're all united by the ocean. Yeah. And this is good because they created this so that people can have an alternative, stand in solidarity with not only Taiwan, but other countries who are faced with like these kinds of situations. And I think it's a safe thing for everyone.
Yeah, I think that is really touching. It's
that was nice to read too. Yeah. I was telling him, I was interviewing him for the article, and I was saying this was like really nice. Thank you so much. I hope he does it every year.
Yeah.
I hope that IDA changes their ways. Actually, I wouldn't wish like a death upon the IDA International as a whole, but you can always come back. You can always backtrack. You can do the right thing. So I hope that happens.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it would be good if they also can like show the correct flag and do this kind of things. That sounds really interesting. So maybe we can go to free dive a little bit and check out the ocean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's get going. Okay, so we arrived to the place we're gonna dive today. It's called Secret Beach. Looks like this. Okay, Pinky, so what is good about this location?
It's easy to get in the water because it's a sand area, so you can be walking and swimming out, a lot of coral, and then not too deep.
Sorry for not helping out. I just run away. It's really.
You can just pay me money now.
Okay, sure. It's really fun to dive today.
It's fun to dive with you. You're so natural.
Yeah, thank you.
Come back, please.
Okay, sure. Okay, so we finished the diving now. It was super nice. We saw a lot of turtles. Also, it's very good conditions. A little bit. Still, I think it's cold today. Or it's okay?
I'm wearing 5mm. It's still cold.
Okay, yeah, after all I got a little bit cold, but still it's really nice. I think also in the winter Charlotte it fits quite well for diving, right?
Yes, you're Swedish, so you don't have an excuse.
Yeah, exactly. For me it's
Florida girl.
It's like summer for me.
Yeah.
So you want to push a little bit for this dive
Salty
center?
Mind. Yes. They offer courses in Mandarin, of course, and also English courses. They gave me this shirt. So nice.
Yeah.
So what I like about Salty Mind is that when I watch how they conduct their sessions and everything, they are, first of all, they have a lot of experience. You want an instructor that has seen all kinds of situations. If you have trouble equalizing, they know how to help. Pinky's really good at teaching equalization.
Yeah.
Pinky's one of the instructors here. And also, they're really focused on safety, for one thing, which is really important because Taiwan, there's some currents here. They can really make you be like a little bit more independent too. You will know after taking a course with them, you know exactly, you know how to train properly afterwards. And a lot of people come back all the time, and it's just really great.
Okay.
People have a lot of fun.
And if you guys want to know more about this Hydra controversy, of course I'll put a link to Kristina's writing about this. Also I put some link to Salty Mines if you just want to, you know, get into the water and do some free diving. You know, you can come to Chalocho. It's really great. Also, even now in December, it's very few people here. I really recommend to go here. A little bit cold, but super nice. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you all next time. Bye bye.
Bye.